So, here. And
Wonderful, please. Good to go. Good to start. Thank you.
Okay, tēnā koutou katoa. Ngā mai haere mai ki tēnā hui, ko Scott Takalero. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to hearing 16, an ultimate hearing for the proposed district plan. This concerns subdivisions chapter. My name is Robert Scott. I'm the chairperson for these hearings. With me for this hearing is Commissioner Steve McNally and Commissioner Peter Kevin. Just to add that Commissioner Steve McNally has not been returned to council following the local body election, but we are pleased that he will remain on the panel as an independent hearing commissioner, having received certification in the decisions. This is a hearing under the Resource Management Act 1991. Consider submissions and further submissions to the proposed final district plan related to the subdivision topic. We are appointed by the district council as independent hearing commissioners to hear submissions and make recommendations to the council on any changes to the district plan as noted. We are not intending to issue any interim recommendations at this stage, and we'll be hearing all the submissions before issuing a complete set of recommendations that is scheduled for March next year. That said, we intend and have been holding interim deliberations at the conclusion of each hearing topic. That said, in the interest of electoral justice and efficiency, until our final recommendation reports are released in late March, any deliberations will remain confidential. The exception of this will be where the panel agrees to release interim guidance to submitters for hearings. My background is in planning, and I've been a planner since 2002, planning practicing on Queenstown.
I'm a consultant based on architect. I'm Stephen Kelly, Commissioner in the farm for some years involved in valuation problems, feasibility studies for other things, and involved in the policy of
and just quickly, the commissioners this hearing involves related with the chapter, but it has fingers into a number of other provisions of the district plan subdivisions being district-wide divisions. As usual practice, we will ask the council officer to introduce the chapter to us and the issues that we could consider. We'll do that in a few minutes. I don't think we have any procedural matters to address that have been raised by any party. And specifically in the room, so we're now on terms of how people conduct themselves. I think what we'll just now get okay, just to go through the housekeeping matters.
Yes, and sorry, I'm just also getting some feedback online, and apologies, Tim, if the sound's not great in this room. If everyone can just speak as loud as they can. We've, I think it's a combination of internet connection and perhaps the size of the room that we're in. So apologies. Housekeeping. Everyone can make sure phones are turned on silent, laptops are on silent. Fire exits, we will head out this way and assemble in the car park and bathrooms. They're just out here, right? Good. Let's put that right down. Let me get myself. Yeah, we are aiming to break around 1-ish for lunch.
Okay. So we'll hand it over to council to present this subdivision chapter.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'll invite Mr. Baxter to, as customary, produces just an introductory slide, please.
Okay, Peter Baxter to Blue. So I'm the reporting officer for the subdivision topic. So overview of the submissions. Yes, 581 original submission reports, 1,105 further submission reports.
All right, now we're hearing technical difficulties. Oh, there we go. It's not.
Let's look at that.
It's very slowly turning over. And next one.
That one looks good. So yeah, submissions come from a range of different people organisations, central and local government organisations, local planning, surveying companies, EV authorities, coupling by peers, groups, individuals and others. And the submissions cover a range of matters. So the key conclusions: introduce a new objective and policy, and discretionary to be ruled that in relation to highly productive land, limits to requires indigenous vegetation habitats of indigenous fauna, SNA references being removed, updates to relevant to reference precincts, government areas to plan environment. New objective to ensure subdivision aligns with additional infrastructure, enabling subdivision around existing residential units in the rural production zone, subject to certain requirements, reduce minimum average lot sizes for environmental benefits and management plan subdivisions, inclusion of additional notes to clarify the transport chapter provisions so part subdivision. Removal of the requirement for subdivisions to provide telecommunications connections, final amendments across objectives, policies, rules, and systems to improve consistency, address survey sensitivity and deep and the final district engineering concerns.
I did.
Some issues raised in previous circulated evidence and segments include amendments to the management plan subdivision rule, including increasing the required average size within the coastal environment, reduction of the minimum developed lot size for environmental benefit subdivision, additional information requirements and standards relating to the environmental benefit subdivision rule. Consideration of policy framework for the management plan and environmental benefit rules. Inclusion of new matters of control or discretion for setting subdivision rules. There's a number of matters being previously discussed for the hearing, including reduction of the minimum lot size in the rural production zone to 20 hectares, and amendments to sub 18, which is subdivision of sites in critical electricity line overlays. And in relation to that, which we noted that section 42 commentary was inconsistent. What was recommended in the infrastructure rather from either visions were consistent. Subdivision within the coastal environment overlay. Additional references to protection of infrastructure, some objectives and policies, some sets such as electricity connections, on schools. And then there's another matter that was resolved pre-hearing, that's by the Farms, Bay Farms Limited. So they identified that there was an inconsistency with the recommendations from hearing 15, and it was brought into the Index 1 of the subdivision. I agree with that was a very recommended to be checked.
Wow, they found some, that's courageous.
Yeah, that's right.
I've written some notes. There's one question. And we made some proposed changes to policy. Policy PA. So that avoiding some listed A, B, C.
Yeah, that's
Now, B says there's a new provision, okay, achieves the environmental outcomes required in sub 7. And if we scroll down to sub R7, can you just take me through where those environmental outcomes are in the board? I think what we've got to do here is discretionary, and it's a criteria of just looking at that linkage to the environmental outcomes. Yeah. So if you're a processing data, and I think you've used that as a reason to not accept other evidence of things
yes,
so is that the right reference, or should you be referring to some other part and that actually talks about those?
yeah, I think that could be refined. I think the it's 3, 32 in that. So I see.
Okay, well, I'll leave that with you, and then maybe a certain question I have.
I had a couple. It's just why I would really respond in your life that. And will you also just clarify that structure? Yeah. Two questions. One was this erosion prone marine that the NRC suggested. It's paragraph 360 of the report. That's just including as a matter which I thought had a bit of sense. But you're sort of dismissing.
Perhaps I can assist Mr. Baxter in this instance. Erosion prone land arises from what I understand, proposed regional plan and shows quite extensive areas of erosion, extremely extensive areas. I know they haven't chosen to provide evidence other than to the opposition to the planner's report at this stage.
Yeah, so we don't get in detail to latch on and use as evidence to amend. But I mean, what they're talking about does make sense, and you can really acknowledge that respect. So we're really looking at and just talking. But that was this by the rule. So it's not where we can go. It's kind of stuck. Yeah.
The erosion from land layers at such a high scale, it does cover a good large district.
Right.
And so